Africa has the world's second largest land area and 60% of the world's arable uncultivated land. More than 60% of the African population depend on land for subsistence.
The continent has about 60% of the world's remaining arable land, yet imports something like $20 billion worth of food annually. And the yields on the continent are about a quarter of that of the US. Yet there's plenty of fertile soil and a lot of available water. So it's quite a concern that despite this potential, Africa still remains the world's most hungry continent.
Africa has very serious food security challenges, and I think a lot of the food also in Africa comes from the forest. Africa agriculture is likely to be very highly affected by climate change, and we need to look at more sustainable ways of managing agriculture in a way that enables us to meet both the food security demands, that does not destroy forests.
However, agriculture is also the leading cause of deforestation.
A lot of people believe that large-scale farming with foreign investment is the solution to Africa's food challenges. Foreign investment in banana plantations like this in Mozambique. A lot of people believe that these kind of farms hold the potential for feeding Africa and potentially the world. This foreign-owned banana plantation has turned Mozambique from an importer of fruit to an exporter. And it also provides thousands of jobs. It is in fact the third biggest employer in the country. Not only that, but this foreign investment has brought electricity and roads to the areas surrounding the farms. So this could potentially be a future for the continent. But not everyone believes that large-scale foreign investment is the way forward. This is Simdabi palm oil plantations in Liberia. Simdabi is a Malaysian-owned multinational with interests all over the world. But it also causes large-scale environmental damage. But its potential has attracted farmers like this Iranian farmer. The locals like Iris particularly appreciate the farms coming to her country. Her mother became ill. She had to take on a job to support her family. Despite only earning about $1.30 a day, it's a well-needed money for her and for her community. So this farm is a success story. But I have to say that in other parts of Ethiopia where I went, it was the exception rather than the rule. I traveled to Gambela in western Ethiopia, near the border with Sudan, and found that 9 out of the 10 foreign farms that I visited were failing. Poor infrastructure, bad management, conflict with local people, and expensive running costs all contributed. What's worse, though, is that many local people were displaced, and the forests that they relied on for their food had been destroyed. This girl is in a farm owned by a large Indian group called Karaturi, and she's picking weeds from between the maize stalks, which she'll use for cooking. This used to be a forest where they used to hunt together. I followed her back to her village, and as soon as I arrived, people started telling me stories about food shortages and malnutrition.